And then also I feel like meeting people on dating apps, it should be a place where we are all here to find love. So that way there shouldn't really
Do
be.
you really believe that?
It should be. It is not. It's not.
No, guys are really afraid of rejection, and I agree. I think guys need to learn how to have more courage and develop resilience in the pursuit of love.
Right. And so.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Let's revisit the Tamron Hall Show for some of that dating foolishness. The show caters to women, which is why it's rare to see them holding women accountable. We're going to highlight some of that foolishness. Let's talk about it.
The question is, are dating apps dead? Dating burnout algorithms, expensive subscriptions, and just some of the reasons that people say they are ditching the apps. According to a Pew Research poll, more and more users, especially women, are dissatisfied with the apps, and headlines report Gen Z is rejecting them as well. Take a look.
I have been off of the dating apps best 7 months of my life. I would wake up and see who liked me. It became this weird validation thing, and you just match with so many people and sometimes not even talk to any of them. What are we doing here?
Did you hear what she just said? She is not going to be held accountable for this behavior, and some way, somehow, it's going to be all men's fault. Why dating apps suck.
I like what this lady here had to say because at least she was honest.
I would wake up and see who liked me. It became this weird validation thing, and
99% of all these women are on these dating apps is because they're only seeking validation from men. They cannot function in their life without some type of interactions with men.
No matter who you are, the idea of someone paying to try to talk to you when they don't even know you feels desperate. Not a good first impression. And after I hear the horror stories of what people go through these days, I'm just glad to be off the market.
Hey ladies, is it just me or does it seem like everybody is burnt out from dating? It seems like every person I meet, every person I talk to, whether it's my friends or my work friends or my male work friends, especially them, everybody's burnt out from dating.
Because the results are in. Dating apps are superficial, and to make people feel fulfilled, we need deeper connections. These dating apps boost women's egos, but they cannot make deeper connections with Chad and
Magdalene, you are in a relationship, but you dove into this head on, and in the article you were told by one person, the golden age of dating apps is over. When was the golden age, some people would say?
Some people would say it was a few years ago, before all of the apps implemented these paid subscription models, before they had these more intense algorithms where it felt a little more like you're swiping through the available pool of people who are out there.
There was never a golden age for the average man on dating apps or for people seeking deeper connections. Look at this graph. It was always a golden age for business. However, recently, dating apps have started losing money. That's why Bumble changed the rules, because women don't bring in money.
The paywall makes you do what?
So what it will do is hide people that they know you're interested in based on the men that you may have liked before, men that you matched with before. It will hide those types of profiles from you unless you would like to pay for it. Then you can send them a yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah.
That's my reaction as well.
Magdalene, how much more are people paying in your research that you found to get past these paywalls?
There are some people who are paying $50 a month. Some services even charge up to $500 a month.
That's crazy. In your op-ed, you wrote, quote, "Our romantic lives are not products that should be subjected to monthly subscription fees, whether we're ones paying or we're the ones people are paying for."
Oh my goodness. Romantic relationships have always been a product sold to the masses. Disney fairy tales, anyone? There is no romance without finance. You will have to pay to participate in romance.
He's right about that. You will end up paying one way or another when it's all said and done.
And then y'all trying to put it on women like, oh, it's because these women are asking for too much these days and these women feel like they just don't need a man. Women these days feel like they don't need a man and they don't see any need for partnership and they're asking for way too much and they want men who are this and this and this and this. Yes. Yes, to everything you said, yes. Women do feel like we don't need a man because we don't. Need is a want. Yes. Do I want one? For sure. Need? Unfortunately, no. And yes, I would like a man who was this, that, and the third. X, Y, and Z. Yeah, all of it. And I have a right to that if I want it.
Yesterday, we made a video about women needing to shut up more. She is the perfect example of a woman who says too much, leading to her own downfall.
Deja, you said you used to find good men on dating apps when you first joined. You got frustrated. You deleted the dating apps that you were on. How many were you on at one point in time?
I think the most that I've been on is 2 at one time, but these dating apps and we have a very rocky relationship. We're very off and on and off and on. It's a push and a pull, so it's like...
Yeah, because our audience applauded when they heard that you were off the dating apps, but surprise, surprise, you got back on.
I'm back on, yes, I'm sorry. I can't resist it, okay? I'm back, yes.
Because
Do you see why you can't take a woman like that seriously? She keeps running her mouth based on her feelings at that particular moment. The problem is, it's all on record. She's on the internet making these statements without realizing that the men she's dating will see them and will
Run! Get to the chopper!
you deleted it and then you got back on because you felt it was still the best option?
It still does feel like the better option because meeting people in real life is not as easy as I feel like it used to be.
Men are not approaching anymore.
And then also I feel like meeting people on dating apps, it should be a place where we are all here to find love. So that way there shouldn't really
Do
be...
you really believe that?
It should be. It is not. It's not.
Because I never believed that dating in general is always to find love. Some people want to hook up. Some people want somebody to go to an event with. I mean, it's never been the universal, I want to find love.
And I agree with that. I just feel like the expectation is that you will at least come on this dating app and say what you're here for. If you want something short-term and casual, say you want something short-term and casual. But a lot of these men, in my experience, are saying that they want something long-term. They want to find their person. When you get to know them, that's actually not the case. So they're putting on a front.
It's true. Deja posted a video on TikTok about an interaction she had with a guy that she met.
Red flag alert.
Deja posted a video on TikTok about an interaction she had with a guy that she met at a music festival that really opened her eyes about the big problems of the apps. Let's play Deja's video.
I feel like a big reason that like a lot of these dating apps just are not gonna work for most people, especially women who date men, is that most of these men are not marketable on apps. Like, it's hard to like a man through a screen. They don't know how to take pictures. Their sense of humor rarely ever translates. I went to a music festival and I ended up meeting this guy and we hit it off really well. And he was like, yeah, I swiped on you, but you didn't swipe me back. So I said, let me see your profile. I looked at his profile and I was like, yeah, I would never swipe on this profile. I know exactly what I did. These pictures are hideous. The bio was completely empty. I would never go for this, but meeting him in real life, I'm obsessed with you.
That's the truth.
Okay.
Stop clapping, you fools. She said marketable. Most men are not marketable on a dating app. I agree that men should put effort into creating a compelling dating profile, but a good picture from your good side doesn't mean you can compete with Chad and marketable. She is planning to show her man off on social media.
You ever had a man move on from you? You can't even be mad at the girl that he left you for. Cause I can't even lie, that's a good woman. She's a good woman, Savannah. Like, she's super thick, she's super cute, her body T. She looks like she can cook. I've never met the girl.
80% of men are invisible because most people look average. Just like this woman who loves to run her mouth is average. But women use makeup and filters to improve their appearance and act like this is what they look like when they get out of the shower. The same 80% of men who get rejected on these dating apps are also rejected in real life. Why do you think men stop approaching women? It's always men's fault.
Thomas, you have an interesting perspective because as a coach for years you have said men don't know how to present themselves on these dating apps.
Men, honestly, they have a hard time doing much of anything when it comes to putting themselves in position to find love.
Damn!
This man has a black belt in Simjutsu.
Most guys will go onto a profile, they'll put, the shirtless pic, the bathroom selfie, the guy with the fish, him and his boys, and they'll think that, oh my gosh, I look great. But they're not thinking about what she's looking at and what she's looking for. Most guys are gonna put out what they think how they need to present themselves best, but they're not even considering if that's gonna attract the kind of person that they want.
Man, who is this guy? And guys, he got a hot pink headband on.
You see, this is what simp jutsu is all about. It's the art of looking for female validation. Your interests don't matter. You can be very passionate about fishing. Women don't care about that. She said marketable. She wants status, wealth, power.
AI help that or hurt that?
The number one question I receive from guys is, what do I say to her?
What do I say to her?
They don't know what to say. And I'm gonna give you some numbers to give you an example of why guys are afraid of what they need to say to women. The average guy would maybe approach one woman, let's say a weekend. And let's say they started doing that from 18. So that's 52 women that they would approach a year. That's 520. I mean, that's a lot of, I haven't really met a lot of guys who've approached 1,000 women in their lifetime.
Right, I get that.
I would say in that same time frame, the average woman is approached by 10 guys on a weekend. So now you're looking at 520 men approaching them in a year, 5,200 in 10 years. So it's not so much that guys are inept because they are naturally inept, it's because the experience and the intelligence gap is so wide because guys don't allow themselves to be exposed the way that you guys are naturally exposed.
That's a very thoughtful answer.
But all this truly says is that it's really a sad day in the Western states when 80% of women are not marriage material. All these reports about dating apps even failing just goes to show the failure of feminism in Western women. And I want to go back to something that this woman said earlier, talking about the fact that she don't need a man, she just want one.
Yeah, because our audience applauded when they heard that you were off the dating apps, but surprise, surprise, you got back on.
I'm back on, yes, I'm sorry. I can't resist it, okay? I'm back, yes.
But she keep bringing herself back to these apps because she has no other options. So she not only want a man, she knows she need one. That just goes to show how a lot of women just be talking just to talk. They mean nothing that they say. But I'm gonna stop the video right there. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this feminist panel that was on this television show? Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.